Obesity isn't just a health issue, it's a global economic crisis. Every year, the world loses an estimated $2 trillion due to obesity. That's the same size as the entire economy of countries like Italy or Brazil. Shocking, right? This isn't just about a few extra pounds. It's about a financial drain that's impacting every single one of us, whether we realize it or not. Welcome back to Smart Wealth Academy, where we connect the dots between health and wealth. Today, we're zooming out to look at the massive global financial impacts of obesity. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this is no longer just a personal problem or a national issue. It's a worldwide financial emergency that demands our immediate attention. Stick around, because the numbers we're about to share will change the way you see this crisis forever. So, let's do a quick recap. Medically, obesity is defined as having a body mass index, or BMI, of 30 or higher, and cases are skyrocketing across the globe. We often talk about the health complications, higher risks of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain cancers, and sadly, shorter lifespans. But here's the twist that most people miss. All of those serious health issues ripple out into massive, staggering financial costs that affect everyone. It's not just about the individual, it's about the economic health of entire nations and, as we'll see, the world itself. Let's dive into the core of the issue, the global financial impacts. The first number you need to know is $2 trillion. That's the estimated annual global cost of obesity, according to major institutions like the World Health Organization and the World Bank. To put that in perspective, this single health issue drains over 2% of the entire global GDP every year. This isn't just a number on a spreadsheet, it's real money lost. It's spent on hospital bills for chronic conditions, lifelong medications, and a massive loss in productivity when people are too unwell to work effectively. Imagine what we could do with an extra $2 trillion every year invest in education, build infrastructure, or fight poverty. Instead, it's being consumed by a preventable crisis. Now, you might think this is primarily a problem for wealthy, developed countries where fast food is abundant. And while they do spend enormous amounts, it's actually the developing nations that suffer the most. Their healthcare systems are often weaker and less funded, so they collapse much faster under the rising costs of treating obesity-related diseases. For millions of families in these countries, a single diagnosis can be a one-way ticket to poverty. They are forced to choose between life-saving medication and feeding their children. This isn't just a healthcare crisis. It's a development crisis that traps nations in a cycle of poverty and poor health. The strain doesn't stop there. It extends to global productivity and trade. When a significant portion of the workforce is battling chronic illness, their efficiency drops. Companies around the world are paying billions of dollars in lost productivity due to sick days and reduced performance. On a national level, this makes countries less competitive in the global market. Think about it. A country with a healthier workforce is a country with a stronger, more resilient economy. A nation grappling with widespread obesity is essentially competing with one hand tied behind its back. And finally, let us talk about the hidden costs that affect us all: rising expenses for international aid and insurance. Global insurance companies aren't blind to these trends. They raise premiums for everyone to cover the escalating costs of treating obesity-related illnesses. Even international aid organizations are feeling the pinch. A growing portion of their budgets, which could be used for disaster relief or fighting infectious diseases, is now being diverted to combat non-communicable diseases driven by obesity. In a way, even countries that are successfully managing their own public health end up indirectly carrying the financial burden of this global problem through their contributions to international aid and the interconnected global economy. So, what's the solution to this $2 trillion problem? The answer is prevention, and I don't just mean on a personal level. we need to think about prevention as a global investment strategy. This requires a coordinated effort, much like the global response to climate change. Because just like climate change threatens our future economy, so does obesity. The good news is that we already have a blueprint for what works. It starts with global partnerships. Countries need to come together to share knowledge, resources, and successful strategies for promoting public health. The World Health Organization is already leading the charge with initiatives that encourage better nutrition education in schools and create environments that support active lifestyles. This isn't about blaming individuals, it's about creating a society where the healthy choice is the easy choice. We're also seeing a rise in powerful awareness campaigns that are slowly shifting the culture around food and exercise. It's about promoting the value of healthy, balanced diets, sometimes by simply encouraging a return to traditional, whole food-based meals and reducing our collective dependency on highly processed, low-nutrient fast food. Investing in prevention today is the single most effective way to secure a healthier and wealthier global future tomorrow. Here's the bottom line: a healthier world is a wealthier world. It's a simple truth. And the incredible thing is, this global change all starts with small, daily choices: choosing to eat better, deciding to move more, and, just as importantly, spreading awareness about the real scale of this issue. If you found this information valuable and want to keep exploring the connection between health and wealth, please subscribe to Smart Wealth Academy right now. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think global leaders are doing enough to fight obesity? And finally, don't forget to share this video, because real, lasting change always starts with awareness. Thanks for watching.